What we knew is gone. Our home, our lives, all that we were, dust, blasted across empty, heartless skies. But we live. Our legacy lives within every ship we fly, upon every world we touch, in our hearts, in yours. There will be challenge. You will know fear, but you will overcome. You will survive and answer vengeance with blood. You will do as you must. Rule cannot be handed to the faithless. Our legacy cannot be lost to villains. Bury the past to face the future. In enemies, find allies. There is no price we have not paid, no loss we have not felt. Our dead world, our long suffering, these are not ends. We are not ended. For your crew, for your people, for this new home, we must face all doubt. We must break the strong who would destroy us and overcome the impossible. We must fight against any and all. We must, we will, for we are Romulan!
This is the point we have pinpointed in your timeline, sir. This is when you go back and give yourself this. You will know what to say. You've already heard yourself say it. Even if it is not exactly right, the time stream will work it out. Just make sure that you give yourself this. It is our best hope for the future of the galaxy. You will return to this exact point in time as soon as you have done what you need to do. The galaxy still needs you, Admiral. Ready?
The youngest of our kind rely on stories to know what our people were like before. Strong, secretive, warlike. We were feared. We were powerful. Then, everything changed. 22 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova. The resulting explosion traveled through subspace to hit Romulus and Remus, our homeworlds. No one could have predicted that would happen, and no one could have stopped it. Millions died. Those who survived were scattered across dozens of worlds. One day we were citizens of one of the greatest powers of the galaxy, and the next, we were just trying to survive. Every day was a struggle if you weren't part of the militant and oppressive Tal Shiar, or ruling everything from on high like Empress Sela. For ordinary Romulans, military victories don't mean much when you're hungry. Life goes on. The Klingons and Starfleet are at one another's throats. The battles light years away don't affect us much. The Tal Shiar are the more immediate threat. They're rebuilding the Empire by force and pressing anyone they think can help into service. But even they don't seem to know we're here. We've put down roots and found friends. Today we'll celebrate what we've created. With hard work and some good fortune, true Romulans will once again rise to be a power in the galaxy. The first step on that path begins here.
Your current tasks will be displayed here.
Moin moin, ihr lieben Landratten, Seebären, mit oder ohne Bart. Willkommen zum nächsten Let's Play mit den, ein dritter Delta Rekrut Arie. Ja, darf ich vorstellen, das ist Layla. Sie ist eine Debrune. Ein weiteres vulkanoides Völkchen. Ich fange jetzt einfach mal an. Hallöchen! Ich heiße Layla. Und ich werde jetzt mich erstmal mit Tovan treffen. Hallöchen!
There you are. The security chief was looking for you earlier. She said there's trouble at the vineyard. Avrak's been filing reports all night about Kelled's chewing at the vines. He's really worked up.
Kellet im Weingut. Das klingt nicht richtig.
Something must have annoyed them. It's not typical Kelled behavior. With the big celebration tonight, I think everyone's a little overexcited. Even the bugs. You should listen to one of Avrak's messages before you head out there.
Ich schau mir das an. Willkommen, Layla. Sie haben 3 Nachrichten von Avrak. Die zweite und dritte Nachricht wurde vom Computer als unwichtig eingestuft. Die erste Nachricht wird jetzt wiedergegeben.
Please tell me you'll help me. Kelleds are in the vineyard chewing through the irrigation pipes, and everyone says they're too busy getting ready for the big party to come and do something about it. There won't be any party if everyone's knee-deep in water by nightfall. Get over here and help me fix this.
Computer, die zweite Nachricht.
When are you coming over here? This is getting ridiculous. Nobody appreciates me around here. No one. They think these crops just grow without any help from anyone. Tending these vines is a lot of work. No one says thank you. No one pats me in the back. They just keep asking for more. God, look, just get over here and take care of the Kelleds, all right? And maybe say thank you for all the work I do to keep these vineyards in shape.
Computer, die dritte und die letzte.
It's me again. Ignore the other message I sent. I lost my temper. I'm sorry. And maybe that's why you're not here yet. I really could use your help, though. These Kelleds are chewing through everything, and they won't stop. And no one here is even trying to help. They just keep bouncing me to other people. First to Tovan, then to Navala, then to you. What's next? Should I ask one of the kids? Just please come here soon. Thanks.
Manchmal möchte ich zu den Debrune und Farbenfest feiern. Mit einer Naschnaps. Tovan.
If the Kelleds are chewing up the vineyard, you should probably grab a pistol, just in case. I'd join you, but the chief has me looking into some odd comm chatter we picked up yesterday. We'll have to catch up later.
Wir sehen uns später. Tschüssi! Immer diese Abstürze, aber das will ich nachher wegschneiden. Wir Debrune sind eigentlich ein friedliches Völkchen. Er ist wirklich verrückt.
Hey there, ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two?
Ich untersuche ein Problem mit dem Kehlid auf Avaks Farm.
Avrak! You're in for a fun day. I'm glad I don't have to deal with him. Anyway, do you want to hear any stories?
Erzählen Sie mir die Geschichte von der Herkunft der Romulaner.
Almost 2,000 years ago, our people were Vulcans. At that time, Vulcan was a world of war, with constant struggles between the tribes. Serac changed that. He taught that peace came through logic. And if you ask me, not all Vulcans get that right. Serac said that people should master their emotions, not eliminate them. But not everyone on Vulcan wanted to give up love, or passion, or even anger. The Vulcans said these people marched beneath the raptor's wings. Instead of fighting their own people, these Vulcans decided to leave in an event we call the Sundering. They boarded great colony ships and set out into unexplored space, looking for a home where they could live and feel as they wished. Eventually, those who marched beneath the raptor's wings found Romulus and Remus. They created an empire. Although we share a genetic bond with the Vulcans, we are our own people. Never forget that. Want to hear another story?
Erzählen Sie etwas über die Gründung dieser Kolonie.
Virinat was a colony world. It used to be a big agricultural planet, growing food for the Empire. After Romulus was destroyed, thousands upon thousands of people flooded the planet. The old cities couldn't hold them all, and they were scared. They started fighting amongst themselves. One night, the cities burned. Most of the survivors left. A few hung on, scrapping old ships and using them as building materials. That's how the Melori found them, about 10 years ago. The Melori was the commander of an old warbird. Navala was his first officer, and Devex the chief engineer. They were wandering the sector, trying to find a new home. When they found Virinat, they decided to stay. Devex kept the old warbird functional, and he used it to make supply runs and bring back other Romulans who needed a home. Navala put herself in charge of security, and the Melori. He runs the whole colony now. Devex met Tovan Kev in a mining colony a few years back. I think it was 4 years ago. But then again, I didn't come here until 2 years ago, so this is not just information I've heard about secondhand. I actually have a question for you, if you don't want to hear another story first.
Was gibt es?
When did you arrive here? I know we only have a few hundred people living here, but so many come and go that it's hard to keep track. I'm recording the stories of all the people that live here, you see. And I would love to start yours off with your arrival. Who knows? It could be something that becomes historical in a few years.
Ich wurde vor ein paar Jahren von Devex aufgelesen.
A Devex recruit? Fascinating. We've had some interesting characters come here thanks to him. We should definitely talk more about this over drinks tonight. I would love to know where Devex found you.
Wir sehen uns später. Tschüssi! Ich möchte jetzt etwas trinken. Prost. Blah. Also, ich gebe dir einen Tipp. Ananas Schnaps schmeckt viel besser. Es ist ja fast wie auf meinem Heimatplaneten. Naja. Unser sieht tropischer aus. Hallöchen!
Finally? I mean, which message do you... never mind that either. It's chaos here. I need some help. Normally we collect nectar from the local kellet insects. But something has driven them into a frenzy. They're chewing on our irrigation system and flooding the vineyard.
Ich werde damit beginnen, die Rohre zu reparieren.
Excellent, excellent. The broken pipes are obvious. They're the ones spraying water everywhere. Kellet shouldn't give you too much trouble. A few bursts from your pistol will take care of them.
Ich kümmere mich darum. Tschüssi! Hallöchen!
The flooding has stopped, but if those Kellets come back, they'll just break the pipes again. Something's making the insects go crazy. With bugs this size, that's a real problem. And Navala might be able to help. She's goofing off again. She knows all about Kellets. She's normally down by the greenhouse this time of day. Tell her to stop being lazy and keep these critters contained.
Ich werde herausfinden, was Nevala weiß.
Good idea. Talk to Nevala. I bet she's just lounging around right now, not even thinking about all the damage being done to my vineyard. No one around here wants to put in a good day's work. Well, except for you.
Gut, ich mache mich auf den Weg. Tschüssi! Das wird dir nicht schmecken. Hallöchen!
Just in time. Did you talk with Avrak? He said that I'm what? Lazy? That I've been... Ugh! He's just trying to make me look bad so he can get a promotion. Oh, that's so old-fashioned. Let me tell you what's actually happening. The Kellids are going crazy. I've been working all day to keep them out of the residential areas. This aggressive behavior is new, and we need to figure out what's causing it. That means gathering samples from some of these creatures.
Ich schaue mal, was ich auftreiben kann. Tschüssi!
This
Hallöchen!
metal has some kind of fungus growing on it that's similar to the spores we found on some of the Kellid carapaces. It might explain their behavior, but how are they getting infected in the first place? Also, the flying Kellids have never come out of the cavern before. This is so strange.
In der Höhle könnte etwas vorgehen. Ich werde das überprüfen.
You're right. The source of the infection could be somewhere inside the cavern. Head over there and see if you can find out what's aggravating the nest. And be careful.
Ich werde vorsichtig sein. Tschüssi! Sag mal, sind die größer geworden? Was zum...
A
Hallöchen.
strange machine and some weird drone things? That is troubling. Someone's been in there. We'll have to let the Melori know about this. It's good you disabled the device, though. Maybe now the Kelids will calm down. I took a look at those biological samples while you were gone, but I can't do much more than a basic tricorder scan. It's just not my area. Devex might be able to help. He was an engineer in the Romulan military before the homeworld was destroyed. Now he's helping us with our water supply and anything else that takes more specialized knowledge. You should talk to him.
Tschüssi. Da ist er ja. Hallöchen.
What do you need with an old space hound like me?
Bitteschön.
I have an idea of what this might be. Maybe. I saw something like this once before, when I was out beyond the Eridon belt. We responded to a distress call from a mining outpost. When we got there, all the people were just gone, vanished without a trace. The only things we found were a strange beacon and some odd spore samples. These look very similar.
Darf ich Ihre Ausrüstung verwenden, um die biologische Proben zu analysieren?
Sure, use whatever you want. I remember what we found back on the outpost. Bring the samples to me when you're done, and I can help you determine the results.
Danke. Ich werde Sie über meine Erkenntnisse informieren.
I've only seen fungal biotech like this once before. Remember that mining station that I mentioned? Before we arrived, they reported several disappearances. Some thought it was paranoia, but we had reports that said intruders would beam in right through the colony's magnetic shield, right into someone's quarters, sedate them, and then vanish without a trace. We didn't know what to believe, but I don't think those miners were paranoid. Something did happen to them, and it could happen again.
Ich dachte, das stünde mit der Park in Zusammenhang.
That's what my commander believed. We found a beacon with almost the same configuration as the one you found. We weren't able to get much from it before we shut it down. But the one thing we learned is that the beacon was made by a race that called themselves the Elachi. We stayed in orbit for a few days, but the Elachi never came back. That's good news for us, seeing that you disabled the beacon you found in the caverns.
Was unternehmen wir jetzt? Sollen wir den Melori über unseren Fund unterrichten?
That's right. He's the man in charge, so he needs to know. I'd be surprised if he doesn't want to send someone down there to analyze that beacon. Could be these Elachi were interested in our colony for some reason. Lucky for us, you were there to put a stop to whatever they were trying to do.
Na dann, tschüssi. Hallöchen.
Jolan True. I heard Avrak yelling all the way over here. I'm sorry you had to deal with his problems on our day of celebration.
In Ordnung, aber wir haben noch ein größeres Problem.
That does sound very mysterious. However, you seem to have taken care of the immediate problem, disabling this beacon and dispatching the drones. You have my thanks.
War mir ein Vergnügen. Tschüssi.
I'll assign some engineers to examine the device and set up surveillance on the cave as soon as possible. If what Devek says is true, we don't want that beacon turned on again. Now that's settled, why don't you try to relax for a while? Enjoy the festival. We'll talk again tomorrow after the engineers have finished their analysis of the device.
Anmerkung, diese Schüsse eben habe ich eben gerade zu einer anderen Romulaner, der hier vorbeiging, gesagt. Ein guter Freund und eine Freundin. Das werde ich machen. Danke, Melori. Tschüssi.
Done for the day? I'm just finishing up too. I'm going to head back to the restaurant. Meet me for a drink when you're done.
Ich werde Sie da treffen.
Hey there. Long day? I can't believe how far this colony has come. Just look at how much we can accomplish without being ruled by the Tal Shiar. Word is, someone named Atan is trying to fight them, but me, I'm content with what we have here. Let's go enjoy the festival.
Huch, wer ist das denn? Sieht aus wie ich aus. Hallöchen! Hallöchen! So nimmt die Sache ihren Anfang. Ich weiß, es wird schwer sein, mir zu glauben, Layla, aber ich bin sie. Ich bin in die Zeit zurückgereist, um sie zu treffen. Denn was hier heute Nacht passieren wird ihr Leben für immer verändern. Netter Versuch, Torwan. Haben Sie einen Holometer oder sowas gefunden? Ich bin nicht Torwan, aber ich erinnere mich daran, dass ich die gleiche Zweifel hatte, als ich Ihre Position war. Ich kann beweisen, dass ich es bin. Denken Sie an ein Geheimnis, das nur Sie kennen. Ungeachtet, wie unwichtig Sie diese einschätzen. Ich werde Ihnen dieses Geheimnis sagen können, denn ich war das Geheimnis an, das ich dachte, als ich dort stand, wo Sie jetzt stehen. Ich hasse den Geschmack von romulanisches Öl. Wir hassen vielleicht den Geschmack von romulanischem Öl. Es ist wie Säure mit Fruchtgeschmack. Und trotzdem trinken wir es selbst. In meiner Zeit immer noch in Gesellschaft von guten Freunden. Es zeugt vom Benehmen und Respekt gegenüber unserer Abstammung. Also Sie sind ich aus der Zukunft. Warum sind Sie hier? Kommen wir zur Sache. Ein Krieg zieht auf. Eine uralte Rasse, die Ikonier, herrschten vor langer Zeit über große Bereiche des Weltraums. Diese hier eingeschossen. Sie verfügen über gottesgleiche technische Fähigkeiten, die alle anderen Rassen weit voraus waren. Sie wurden schließlich von einem Bündnis aus all ihren Feinden besiegt. Wir dachten, es wäre ausgestorben, doch nun wissen wir, dass es nicht so ist. Sie sind zurückgekehrt und wollen alles, was sie einmal besaßen, wieder an sich reißen. Und das ist der Punkt, an dem sie einschreiten. Warum ich? Was macht mich so Besonderes? Sie sind ein Held des romulanischen Volkes und ihre Taten sind legendär. Aber was noch wichtiger ist, sie haben die Möglichkeit, an Informationen über die Ikonier, ihre Fähigkeiten und ihre Pläne zu gelangen. Während ihrer ganzen Karriere haben wir von dem Wissen profitiert, die ihnen heute verraten, wenn der Krieg gegen die Ikonier ausbricht. Wird die Galaxis dank der Informationen, die sie erhalten werden, eine Chance haben. Deswegen bin ich in der Zeit zurückgekehrt, um zu wissen, was ich zu tun muss. Sagen Sie mir alles, was ich wissen muss. Ich kann jetzt nicht einfach Informationen vor Ihre Füße schmeißen. Das könnte ein Paradoxon zur Folge haben. Sie müssen die Information selber beschaffen und ich werde Sie dabei in die richtige Richtung lenken. Führen? Und wie soll das gehen? Nehmen Sie das an sich. Es ist ein Tesseract-Kommunikationsgerät. Es ermöglicht mir, mit Ihnen aus der Zukunft in Kontakt zu treten. Die Kommunikation ist allerdings nur in eine Richtung möglich. Das Gerät wird Ihnen im Verlauf Ihrer Karriere neue Informationen senden. Sie sollten es daher regelmäßig überprüfen. Ich habe nun bereits genug um die Zeit in Anspruch genommen. Sie dürfen nicht zu spät zum Fest kommen. Und tschüssi. Danke und tschüssi.
You are now a Delta Recruit. You have a unique trait that...
Wow. Dann gehen wir mal zum Fest.
Friends and neighbors, welcome to the tapping. The Kellid nectar has been harvested, the ale is brewed, and we can finally taste the fruits of our labors. And like this fine vintage, our colony has taken time and effort to develop. Since the loss of the homeworld 22 years ago, we have known fear, hunger, and pain. We have struggled. We have overcome every difficulty. We have mourned those who are no longer with us, and we have welcomed new friends into our home. And now we celebrate. The trials are behind us. Virinat is prosperous and growing. We will face new challenges in the future, but we will face them together.
Was geht denn hier vor?
We're under attack. I don't know who or why, but people are being rounded up and we have to do something. I'll help Vex get the shuttles ready. You should find Navala and Vorian to help organize the militia. Get as many civilians to safety as you can. After that, we stop whoever or whatever is attacking our home.
Alle Waffen, Achtung! Da schicken Sie von... So, meine lieben Zuschauer, das war's erstmal von heute. Wir machen hier mal Cut und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ach ja, nicht vergessen, Daumen hoch, kommentieren, abonnieren, Glocke betätigen und tschüssi!